Hey guys, it's me, Rae, with Random Thoughts with Rae, and I do, of course, have my co-host, Nate. I don't know if I'm pointing the right way.
Hey girl, hey, yeah, you are. At least on my screen.
Well, I know, but now I'm wondering what they're gonna look like when, I play this. I gotta take my glasses off. I hate that because I'm so blind, but, oh, I can't even see. Oh my gosh, now I'm gonna be looking all tired and stuff. All right, anyways, so, COVID thing going good for you?
It's going. They just released our school district just released our schedules for the year and what that's going to look like, and so yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna play it by ear, see how it goes. So
I have my daughter enrolled in homeschool again and in public school. I'm gonna see how long I can ride both of them before they realize I'm in both and make me get out of one. Because it's like, at least I don't have to worry about the curriculum, but we get the perks of the homeschool extra money stuff anyway. So we'll see. Naughty.
I know, and now you're just putting it on the internet.
That popular. Anyways, today we actually have another guest right down this way. Once again, I don't know if once we play it, it's right. It's like the Adams family.
Down there.
Hi. This is George.
Hi, I'm George.
Strange podcast.
What's up, George?
Part of you.
Living.
Yeah, where are you right now? Are you here in town or are you up north?
I'm in Stockton.
Okay. All right.
So, yep.
Nice.
It isn't far from us.
Not too far.
In, a couple hours?
Yeah, about 2 hours.
Yeah.
Because originally we were gonna go up there like on a Saturday and kind of like party it up, woo woo, and then like crash out. We'll do a podcast
forever.
We're drunk and crash out and have a hangover and go home was what I was expecting.
Right.
So we were all kind of quitting, but man, when you got like one person baby schedule, another baby schedule, then it's someone else's, and then single life, it's non-single, it's.
Every guest that we've managed to have on Dangerously Strange, it's taken like 5 times of rescheduling. Like it just is. That's how it goes. Everybody's got a life, even with COVID. Everybody's still got things to do.
Yeah, it's like you think it's like, oh man, COVID, like everybody's staying home, but it's like no, shit gets busy. By the way, I have to say, loving the Darkwing Duck shirt.
Oh, thank you very much.
That is freaking killer. Yeah,
thank
love
you.
it. I just got my kids hooked on DuckTales.
Oh, my daughter's seen all those.
I like that new DuckTales.
I know. Like, so they rebooted it. Jess, did you know they rebooted it?
No, I just go DuckTales. Woo!
Woo! Yeah. So my youngest is almost 2. He's like 21 months, and today I looked at him and I was like, "Hey, DuckTales," and he goes, "Woo!" Like, yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, and the reboot was really good. I was really skeptical about it, but I like it a lot. So, it's cool. It's on Disney Plus, Jess. You should check it out. I know you have access.
So me and Nate, we had the whole like family plan, the Disney, Hulu, Netflix. So and I don't ever use Disney, so then I'm kind of like, I could just like take Nate off my plan and downgrade and and just jump on my boyfriend's plan. But then I'm like, my daughter uses Disney, so I might as well keep it.
Yeah.
So
I still haven't watched any of the Disney Plus. Like I have not watched anything on Disney Plus yet.
It's really good. Like at first I was kind of like, do I really want to pay for it? But it's been really cool. Because like when my kids come over, like we can watch anything in the Disney back catalog.
Right.
We watched like Swiss Family Robinson and I made them watch the Mighty Ducks.
Oh, that's good.
Like
that's
all the movies that we grew up with.
Right.
It's funny because sometimes it takes them a while to get into them, and they're like, I don't know if I like this, and then but like literally we were watching the Mighty Ducks. They're like, I don't know if I'm gonna like it, and this is kind of boring. And then at the end, when they win,
right?
My kids literally like stood up on the couch and were cheering. I was like, yeah, that's what I thought. So,
that's awesome.
And they have like they have some really good series on there, like the DuckTales reboot.
Right.
And
Obviously that Star Wars one.
yeah, Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't get into
Really
the
good.
Mandalorian.
Oh, it's really good. It's really good.
Oh, but hey, just want to throw it out there. Pro therapy, just in case you don't listen to my podcast at all. My therapist, Nate, in her little room, she has this bookshelf, and it has like old school pictures of like Star Wars and like little figurines of Chewbacca. And every time I see it, I was like, Nate was so like that. So, I'm drinking.
Is she single?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Just
drinking,
asking.
Darn. I'm drinking Herbalife tea, no alcohol.
Oh, okay.
Nate?
Got that NRG, huh? Hell yeah.
Are
you with the aloe shot?
Oh yeah. I technically can sell it, but I only do it for the discount.
Are you? Is that an edible that you're like dipping in your tea and like?
Oh no, I don't do edibles. They scare me. I made some butter because I used to make butter, and I didn't know how to measure it, so I just threw a bunch of stuff in there, and so my edibles would really kick your ass. Some butter, not too. Oh no, probably about almost 8-9 months ago. It's still in my freezer. I won't touch it.
Gotta make some Rice Krispie treats or something.
And it'll either be really good or it's not going to be good at all. I don't want to give somebody and be like, yeah, my butter is good. Like, this sucks.
Or you're going to forget and you're going to put it in like mac and cheese.
It's green though, right?
For myself. I done it for myself.
Is it green?
This one is.
Oh, okay.
But my neighbor had made oil, so I fried freaking potatoes like Southern style. Like I freaking just fried them all. Then I did a fried egg in it, and it was so good. I was high, and I was like, wow, this is an amazing high. This was years and years and years ago now.
And then she woke up 3 days later.
That's happened before.
Right?
So I'm squinting, guys, and it's because I can't see without my glasses, and then I got the lights. I feel like I'm all...
Yeah, I've got squinty eyes anyway. My eyes always look like I'm squinting, so.
Yeah. So you're in a relationship now, I hear.
Yeah, I am. That's true. Yeah.
How did you meet your fair lady, sir?
Online.
Okay.
Yeah, online. I mean, it's right. We all do that now, right?
Yep.
Mostly.
No, I already knew mine. I was trying to find him online.
Oh, you were doing the online stalking shit.
He doesn't believe me, but I was.
There you go.
Okay, continue.
Yeah, we've been dating for like a month and a half now.
What site?
Oh, FetLife.
All right. Okay. Nice. Hey.
Nate,
Don't you like?
Oh, you have a new site to check out.
Oh, bro.
So I can't check anybody.
Let me tell you, all the dudes that are on there, like 99% of the dudes that are on there, are even worse on there than on the rest of the sites where they're saying, like, let me show you my testicles. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, so because these girls are on there posting hot naked pictures of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And so the guys, most of the guys on there are going like, oh yeah, show me more of your, whatever.
Well, because
instead of just talking to them like fucking humans.
Well, it's because they're like, look, I mean, not to be talking to, I used to be a bigger girl. I'm not trying to say this in a mean way, but it's kind of like, look, you already see what I look like. Hey, you're not, what works can I get? Maybe right. It's more of a comfort zone. They're like, yeah, I can finally be something I always wanted to be because I've had to hell of it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem with that site is it's like the first version of MySpace before MySpace got updated. It's really bad.
Yeah. No, so I've been on the site. Like I have I have an account and stuff. I mean, yeah, it is. It's like, wow, this is like, what's that?
I've never even heard of this.
So it's like it's basically like it's a social like media site, but like specific towards like fetish and stuff like that.
It's MySpace if you're freaky.
Yeah. And so and it's like there's like all kinds of ranges of people on there from like people that are in like serious like dom like pain fetish stuff. And
Everything.
Everything. Yeah.
There's people that want to dress up like a horse and have you ride on them. There's everything. There's people that just all they want you to do is just put ketchup on their testicles.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, everything from everything is on there.
So that's what kind of site you were on to find your girlfriend?
Well, I didn't know that I was going to find my girlfriend on there.
It's better than I thought.
Yeah. It was, yeah.
What category were you under?
Me?
Wow.
I mean,
wow. Let's just have George air out all of his stuff right now. Like,
I mean, you know,
you can also feel free to decline to answer.
I guess that ketchup one was the one he was going for.
that ketchup shit gets me going.
How did you know that was a subcategory, George?
Too weird and specific. That must be what I'm into.
That's cool.
But yeah, no, I mean, you know, normal stuff. That's the other thing is like, I'm just, you know, I like to get a little freaky, but I'm not like, don't tie me up. I'm not trying to shit on anybody, you know.
And I'm not laughing because I'm judging, and I'm not laughing because I'm naive. I'm laughing because I've never ever heard of a dating site like this, and it's
it's not a dating site.
Yeah, it's not a dating site. It's more like It's more like MySpace. It's like MySpace.
It's for connecting with the community.
Yeah, with like the bondage
with the
community.
kink community. Yeah.
But you pretty much set up to go hook up with some of these people.
I mean, that's what I was using it for.
It's like the dating Facebook for MySpace, pretty much.
Wait, what?
You know how Facebook has the dating app?
Yeah, but this is its own whole thing.
Yeah,
like it's just this.
Weird. I'm laughing because
it's Facebook. It's just It's like Facebook for kink.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like just for making friends and shit on there.
For people with different fetishes.
Yeah. And people go, you know, like you go meet up and learn rope shit, or you know, learn about different shit. There's like events. Yeah. It's a whole community. It's, you know, it ain't just people in leather masks in their own bedroom.
Okay. So, funny story. So, I don't know how much I've talked. I think I've talked about this on the podcast before, George. I don't know if you've heard this, but I used to be a stuntman.
Okay.
Years ago. Like, I did live stunt shows in Arizona, where I'm from. And I did a little bit of movie work. Nothing big, like, straight to Blockbuster crap back when Blockbuster was a thing, right? But I work for a construction company here in town, and we had hired this guy, and I went to go check out on the crew and talk to the guys, and they're like, "Hey man, have you talked to this guy? He used to be a stunt guy too," because they knew that I did that, and I was like, "Oh, really cool." So I went over and connected with him, and was just like, "Hey, you know, what have you been in anything that I've seen, you know, et cetera, et cetera." And he's like, "Oh yeah, you know, I've been in a couple little things." And that's how it goes, especially as a stunt guy, right? Like, you get hired for, you know, $300 for a day to shoot this thing for a low budget, you know, thing. But, and I was like, well, you know, is there anything that you've been in that I would have seen? He's like, "You ever seen Pulp Fiction?" Like, yes. Oh. And he goes, "I was the Gimp."
Hey, he
and
can't
like,
prove it.
Are you serious? Are you serious? And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, I was the Gimp. They were gonna have a dummy to do it because they, you know, how they like hang the Gimp from the thing.
Right.
And they couldn't get the dummy to look right. And he's like, "I'll do it for a couple $100." And I was like, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll do it. Why not?" So this guy was the Gimp in
That's funny. That's funny. So, anybody could say that was them though.
Yeah, no.
Until you go on IMDb.
I researched it because I've researched people before, but no, it was him.
That's crazy.
So yeah, because exactly. It's like, "Oh, I was the second guy that had," you know. It's like anybody could say that, but anyway, yeah. So you said leather masks, and that was funny. But so like kind of moving back to that site, like if you set up a profile, there's like it goes through like this really long questionnaire, right? Of like things. It's like, hey, I'm into this, I'm not into this, or I'm curious about this.
Yeah, you can go in there and choose what you are into, and things that you specifically aren't into.
Yeah. Or like, hey, like maybe I've never done like
right.
erotic
Curious and
asphyxiation,
shit.
but I'm kind of curious about it. I want to know a little bit more about it, like that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
So it's really, really interesting. Like when you get on there, it's like there's things on there. Yeah, it's like, okay, like you like to have people pour Heinz ketchup on your balls, and
you never know.
I'm too much of a sissy. I'm too much of a sissy lala. Anything like that. I'm claustrophobic. I gotta have. You want to put something on one hand, don't do it on the other, or at least because all of a sudden
so you can escape.
I'll panic attack. That's not for me.
Well, good to know, right?
Yeah.
I was going to send you a screenshot of my profile, but I forgot I updated it. It's kind of boring now. It's not as good as it was before. Yeah.
Hey, okay, so when I first originally started listening to you guys, and I even mentioned this to you guys, one of you guys had laughed like Seth Rogen, and
it's been.
That's what I thought it was. But then
yeah,
you guys started talking about it on the podcast, how I had said that, and then you both kind of end up sounding like it, and I was like, okay, I'll forever get them mixed up.
Yeah, well, we were raised most of our young lives in the same town, went to high school together, so it makes sense.
Yeah, like I'd be listening to you guys, and I'd be like, I literally would picture Seth Rogen there, and I think that's one reason why I absolutely loved your guys' podcast.
That's great.
Like, woo, Seth Rogen in there. But I was, oh yeah, the stoner, Seth Rogen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one.
Which I think is pretty much Seth Rogen. I don't know if they're like.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
But now he's a chilled stoner now.
Yeah. He's not as like harsh, or he's not as.
Yeah, he's not all like
heavy duty.
Just
yeah.
My weed. Play my bong. I don't know if he does or not.
Who's Seth Rogen?
No, yeah, Seth Rogen. Sorry, totally spaced out.
Are you sure that's not an edible thing? And so, George, you're originally from Stockton? Like, that's where you grew up?
Yep. Yeah, I moved around a little here and there, but yeah, home is Stockton.
All right.
Yep.
Sacramento's my home-ish.
Nice.
I was born in Sacramento, lived there for the first few years, and then went to the South.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where have you lived the most, though?
California now.
Okay.
But I say my roots are in the South because I lived like in Louisiana and Arkansas and.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that's where you were raised, right? Like, how old were you when
younger
you moved
years.
to California? Yeah.
My younger.
Your more formative years.
Yeah,
like,
I still don't talk like in California at times.
Well, I moved to. Well, I was actually born in Missouri.
Okay.
And then on my we moved around a lot before I was 5. Like when I was 5, we settled in Tucson. But we moved from Missouri down to Dallas or Fort Worth. And then we moved up to Idaho. And then we moved down to Arizona.
Okay.
But I was raised at, like, Arizona's my hometown. Like, we moved there when I was 4. So that's my hometown.
My sister's husband is from Missouri.
Okay.
And they moved back out there a couple years ago when they got married. So when they got married, I flew out and drove to visit another friend down in Arkansas from my sister's near St. Louis.
Yeah.
Huh?
I was just wondering where at in Arkansas.
Leslie.
I've heard of it, but not where my family's from.
I can't tell you geographically where it is because I don't know that well.
Well, it's always funny when, like, you talk to somebody who's, like, from a state. It's like, where are we at? And it's like, oh, I was in this town. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's over by such and such. It's like, sure, okay.
Right? I have no idea. It's a miracle that I remembered the name of the town was Leslie that I was in. So I was only there for, like, a day.
Yeah. I was I was born in Kansas City, but we moved from there before. Like, my first memories are from Fort Worth.
Mm-hmm.
When I was like 2 or 3. So
yeah.
But Yeah. So, but yeah, Tucson's my, and now, I've lived in Fresno for 13 years now. So.
Okay. That's your home now.
Yeah. It's my home now. So.
Unfortunately. So.
Better or worse.
So are you guys considered a hot, just kind of switching it up a little bit, do you guys consider a hot spot up there in Stockton? COVID hot spot?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Last I heard, we got like 350 new cases in a day or some shit. Like, it's no joke out here.
Yeah. It's like, I was walking.
Our hospitals are operating at like 121% capacity.
Oof.
Well, I have a friend that works at Kaiser, and they're like, she's just talking about how much people they have going on, that they have a whole floor that's just full of COVID, and and I'm just like, oh man, that just kind of sucks, because then you're starting to hear more and more of it. But and then it's like, it's just it's kind of a surreal kind of thing. I was walking out of Target and I'm like looking around. I'm like, this is the new norm. Like, this isn't like my son's saying, oh, here, mom, my mask. Hand me my mask. Or, oh, here, mom, what should I do with my mask? Oh, I'll go ahead and hold on to it. And I'm like, this is the new normal. It's super crazy.
Welcome to the future.
Right?
Yeah. No kidding.
This ain't going away.
No.
I mean, they might be coming out with a vaccine, but this ain't the last super bug.
You want to you want to hear like conspiracy theories? So I was reading where they're talking about how certain people will get the vaccine. Who's going to get the vaccine first? And it was talking about people that who are volunteering, and then whatever race is the highest of getting it, they're going to be allowed to go next, and then the poorer group is allowed to go next. So then pretty much it's like leaving the middle class and the rich people without taking the vaccine. And then I started thinking, oh my gosh, this is like a straight future movie. They're taking all the people that are the hard workers and the poor people, and they're really gonna like inject them with all this crap and really make it them like nasty and like shit and futuristic wise. Okay, hear me out, Nate. I see you giggling.
Population control.
And then it's like
Bill Gates.
People.
And then the ones that are surviving are gonna be the ones that like keep all the garbage and all that crap going, while the middle class and rich people are living like crazy up in the nice space. There's a movie about this, guys. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
So many movies about
I know, exactly.
every movie is about that.
I think the one you're talking about is like Elysium or something. It's with Matt Damon.
Yep.
Wait, what one?
I think it's called Elysium.
Oh, someone. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. But
Matt Damon.
Yeah, it's where all the rich people live
in a robot suit.
Yeah, and all the rich people live in a spaceship, and
there's so many. I keep picturing different ones, and I'm like, they're all.
I watched that movie. I actually watched that movie, and I got like 2 black eyes from it. Just because I was being punched in the face by metaphor the whole time. That was a dad joke.
Well, I'm putting it out there. We're turning into the future. I'm glad it ain't Terminator though.
Yeah.
Right? They're all talking today about how they're having these new robots. Like, I used to work in the grocery store business as a manager, so we'd have to go up and down every aisle, scan, count. And they're talking about how it is an average of 36 hours a week that they spend on counting and scanning that kind of stuff for inventory. How these new robots are going to be able to go and do it all like daily in like way less time. And I'm like, yeah, it's about time. But then again, I'm like, oh shit, that's kind of.
Some grocery stores already have robots that are doing when you order online.
Mm-hmm.
There's a robot that goes and gets the shit and pushes it into the cart for online orders.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Scary. Minority Report, guys. Minority Report.
Yeah, I'm trying to get those drugs though that he got. Minority Report.
Oh.
Which ones are those? I don't remember.
I don't even know. It was like an inhaler or something. I don't
okay.
know.
I'm all
But
thinking of like
but they were all named after like emotions or something.
Oh, who has their phone ringing like a telephone?
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, some guy in an alley's like, you want some joy? Are you looking for love? What do you need?
I want to read.
Regret?
Oh my gosh.
Regret.
I'm gonna do regret. I just need some regret in my life right now. You know,
I'm just gonna skip over
I've
the
been
high and
doing
jump straight to the regret.
I've been doing bad, and I ain't been feeling bad enough about it.
Oh my
So,
God.
I'm gonna take a big fat rip of regret.
Things are really great for me right now. I just want to feel like shit.
Yeah. My white guilt is bringing me down.
Oh my God.
I need to be comeuppance.
Oh, dude, that's funny. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where it's gonna go. Like, so my parents ordered like some clothes for my kids, you know, for like back to school. They're like, what do they need for school? I'm like, fucking nothing.
Pajamas.
Yeah, exactly. Like pajamas.
14 pairs.
Huh?
14 pairs. They can wear one
Exactly.
one day a week without washing them.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, so they sent them some clothes, but they also ordered them face masks, you know, but like from like Carter's or, you know, it's like Oshkosh or whatever.
From China. They're all coming in from China.
Yeah, from Wuhan.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but
you
it's
get
like
the best deal if you get them from Wuhan.
Yeah, exactly. Those things are going like hotcakes. But it was. I mean, they have like little kid face masks, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting, man. It's going to be an interesting year for sure. So, just to see where things go, and I don't know. Like, I struggle with that. Like, I struggle with the whole deal because, you know, I have a buddy on Facebook who's like, I believe that wearing a mask is a right, you know, and it's like, I disagree with that.
Like not wearing a mask, you mean?
Yeah, like not wearing a mask. Like, I should be able to not wear a mask just because that's my right and it's my freedom. And it's like, yeah, but if you're not wearing a mask, you're actually, you may be sick and you might be infecting others. So it's like your actions could affect other people. Like, it's just like, I don't know. I don't know. It's so crazy. Like, who knew that in 2020 we'd be freaking.
You know what? I wear them just because I have to.
Yeah.
If I didn't have to, I wouldn't wear it. And after I pay for my stuff, and as I'm walking out, my mask is pretty. Like, I see the inside, like, of the door. My mask is pretty much already coming off.
Oh yeah.
But you know, today, like, I have this really cool mask you put on. It goes like the one that goes all the way around. And it has the "We're all mad here" cat from the Alice in Wonderland.
Right.
I wear it normally when I'm out with my boyfriend. That's the one that I wear. And we also have, of course, American flag ones. And and so today I went to go do it, and I'm like putting it on, and I'm looking in the mirror, and I go, oh gosh, this is weird. And then it's like I feel like I'm adjusting my mask as if I'm about to go break in and rob something, you know. And I'm just like, and then I felt uncomfortable, so I removed it, put a regular mask on, and I was like, oh man, like it was funny, but.
I remember back in like the early 2000s, sorry, something popped up. I was in a bank and I was wearing a hat, and like the security guard was like, "Hey, can you know, we need you to take off the hat. It's our policy for security that, you know, because of cameras, if, you know, we want to see your face."
And now you can go in dressed like a bandit. Like a literal fucking bandit.
Exactly. It's like every time I do that, I think of like Back to the Future 3 or something, where they're like sneaking up and they take the bandanas and they're like, like, all right, we ready? You know?
Well, it's like Newsom, he absolutely hates homeschools, and he was trying to shut them all down. And now I laugh because now we're all homeschooled, you know, and I'm like, backfired on you.
Yeah.
But now that sucks because I didn't want to homeschool my kindergartner.
That's the easiest to homeschool, though, right? Like, what are you gonna teach them? You're gonna teach them how to read?
I love my son.
I don't think it's about the teaching. I think it's about dealing with his energy.
For sure.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, being able to escape from a 5-year-old for a few hours a day.
Dude, there's been times where my boyfriend's all, this kid doesn't shut up. I said, no, he doesn't. Dude, my son is waking up in the middle of the night and I'm hearing him. He's waking me up in the middle of the night beatboxing. He's beatboxing in his dreams. And I'm like, kid, you know, because he doesn't stop. He just goes and goes. And I get it because I'm the same way, but
I don't know.
No kids.
Oh man, what's that like?
Because we can't go out and really do anything. So like my mom's had my kids a few times, and I'm like, you don't get to go do anything. We're kid free, and then we get to the house, and we're like, oh, it's just nice being here. No kids. Oh, you know, and it's nice. And even if we're just barbecuing or drinking on the couch, it's better than with kids, and I've enjoyed it. Or we go to House of
Nice.
Juju because they're open.
You go to where?
House of Juju. They have indoor seating.
Yeah, that's the one you were talking about last time, huh?
So George, next time you're in town, you should take your girl to House of Juju in Clovis.
Okay.
Bomb diggity.
I won't.
Yeah.
I won't.
Maybe
for takeout. Maybe for takeout. I'm not.
Oh,
I'm a masker. I'm a stay inside.
Yes, because your mom too, huh?
Yeah, I got my mom, so I'm like hand sanitizer McGee over here, fucking masks. Good. I'm masking up as soon as I'm getting out of the car anywhere but my house.
No, that's understandable. Because I've always said I have no problem with the whole shutdown and the restaurants, but they've chosen to leave things open that should be closed.
For sure.
You know, and I was all for, hey, tell everybody, here's your stimulus checks. You got 3 weeks to get what you need to get. Then we're going to be shut down for 3 weeks. Like no Starbucks, no, you know, and I know that sounds awful and crazy, but that would have been the best thing if Italy did it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's like, it's almost...
It's not a quarantine unless everybody's quarantined.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I listened to a British radio program I've talked about on the podcast before, but they I haven't listened to it in a few weeks, but they're like locked down. Like they do not leave their houses, you know? And I mean, at least they were, you know, a month ago, last time I listened to their podcast, but it's like, and then in here, it's like, oh yeah, people are still going to Walmart and I go to Walmart, you know, it's like, you got to get what you need to get, you know? But it's like it's tough.
Well, and it's not like anybody has that 3-month buffer that they tell us to have in our savings account, right?
Right.
To just go fucking go buy everything you need from Walmart and put it in your fucking freezer in your garage like you're a fucking rich white person. Like, no, I don't have any of that stuff. I don't have the money. I don't have the garage. I don't have the freezer. Like, no.
Yeah. Or those people. Did you heard about the people that all the people that bought out all the toilet paper and the sanitizing wipes and stuff? Did you hear about they couldn't return it?
Love it.
Because I know it was like,
fuck those people.
Fucking karma, dude. Like, you guys are assholes, man.
It took me like 2 weeks to be able to find toilet paper.
One of the guys actually did a interview with the news about how he tried to resell it for like a stupid amount of money, and then it backfired on him, and so now no one wants to buy it, so now he's donating it. He's all sad. I'm like, dude, why would you admit this on TV? How fucking you are?
Because number one, it's illegal.
Yes.
Like, that's a federal crime. Like, it's a price gouge to be like, oh, I've got all this toilet paper and now I'm going to sell it for fucking $25 a roll. Like, you can go to fucking prison for that shit. And then but yeah, all these people stocked up on all this stupid shit. And then Costco, I remember they were the first ones to kind of do it. And they're like, no, we're not taking that back. And what am I supposed to do with it? You should have thought about that when you fucking bought it, moron.
Yep. You know what?
Which, okay, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, if you ever do a gift exchange or anything, and you don't know what to buy, you know, and it's like an office gift exchange, fucking toilet paper, dude. I've done that more than once, and I've wrapped toilet paper, and you know what? It is the first thing to get stolen.
Tell you what, hey, that's what I got for my 3-month anniversary. I got flowers and 2 rolls of toilet paper. I was like, dude, this is awesome. I was touched by that. I was like, dude, way to go. Way to fucking go. Come on. If you would have done that last year, I would have been like, what the fuck? What, like,
Yeah. I saw a meme on Facebook, and it was about like Tinder and dating sites and stuff. And it's like, like guys' profile pics before COVID. And it was like all these dudes in their bathrooms, like with their, their like muscle pics and shirtless pics. And it's like, and then after COVID, and they're just sitting there like behind a pile of toilet paper. Like, swipe right, I got toilet paper.
Hey.
And whatever works.
It was serious.
It was.
For a minute. Like,
it was. Like, you couldn't find it.
Yeah.
Because I go to not Walmart, I go to Costco. This is before I realized everything was going on. And I see that I had Costco toilet paper, but they had Charmin. I was like, I don't want Charmin. My boyfriend's like, just get it. And I was like, no, because I go through it probably about 2 weeks sooner than I would with Costco. I pinch pennies, okay? Even if I have the money, I still pinch pennies.
You didn't know that was going to be your last chance to see toilet paper for a fucking month.
So I was like, no, forget about it. And I had like a couple packs and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden I'm like, no, I was so like, ugh. Like my mom had ended up buying me, she was at like Food Max and bought me like a 12 or 18, I think it was like an 18 pack. My boyfriend gave me a couple rolls, and I just bought toilet paper last month. So I really haven't had to buy that much toilet paper.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't run through it that fast either. But like, I remember, like, I mean, I get like a 6-pack, and it lasts me like a couple of months. Like,
yeah, well, you're also a guy.
I'm a guy, and I don't have my kids all the time, and yeah,
right.
So it's like,
yeah,
But it's funny because like there was one point where it's like I ran out of toilet paper, and so I went, and that's one thing, I don't skimp on toilet paper, dude.
No.
Like,
oh fuck that store brand toilet paper. I get the freaking
like 4-ply freaking Wi-Fi Bluetooth connected toilet paper that like fucking wipes your ass for you. Like
100% doesn't biodegrade at all in the fucking toilet.
It's gonna like outlast cockroaches in the case of a nuclear holocaust. But like, but that's just what I get, right? It's like, hey, I'm gonna become
luxury. If you're gonna be frivolous, toilet paper is a good place to do it.
Yes, right.
It's on the toothpaste.
Well, so then the one time I ran out and I had to go to the store, and dude, all they had was single ply, dude.
The 97% pack.
Oh man!
You might as well wipe your ass with a roll of it.
Your finger tickling your butthole.
I started tearing apart cardboard boxes and just using that,
Right.
But dude, it was terrible. And my kids were even like, "Daddy, what's wrong with this toilet paper?" I was like, "Daddy fucked up, guys." Like,
you know who loves that toilet paper?
No.
Rich white people.
Really?
It never fails in their guest bathroom, I think. Probably in the master bathroom, they got the good shit.
They don't want you to get too comfy. They're like,
You go in the bathroom at a rich people's house, and they got the shittiest fucking toilet paper.
Yep, dude. Or like, it's like, when I was in the Army, dude, like the Army, they have the big giant like rolls that you find at like Walmart and stuff. And it's like, dude, you spend how many billions of dollars on different kinds of ammunition? Get some better fucking toilet paper, dude.
Right.
Like, come on, man. Like, I'm sure that everybody in Congress would be like, yeah, exactly, right, yeah. Oh,
they need
no.
to make sure you're willing to use a leaf if need be and poison.
Right.
I've used. I was in the Army. I've used some. Yeah,
I've gone camping. I've gone camping without toilets. I prepared. I brought toilet paper though. But man, it sucks. You're back up against the wall, and you're like a tree, and you're like, you're like,
Dude. So when I went camping with my son back in April, we went camping at my ex-father-in-law's property, and there's no trees, like nothing. It's on the valley floor outside of Delano, like down south, and I mean it's beautiful, but it was hot, and there's no trees, no shade. So I'm sitting there teaching my son how to do this squat shit. I was like, all right, dude. We got to dig a hole, and you got to do this, and he's like, Dad, what if I fall? I was like, you'll learn not to fall again. So yeah, but dude, yeah, I don't skimp on toilet paper, man. I get the Charmin.
You know what? Yeah. Because I'm and that's one thing is I like to pinch pennies, but there's certain things I like. So the only thing if I don't do Charmin, it's Costco brand, and I pick Costco brand because it lasts a little bit longer. But feeling wise, Charmin beats Costco. But
that Charmin Ultra Strong.
I
hit
just
me.
got that.
I'm all about that
dude,
Ultra
yes,
Strong.
the Ultra Strong, man.
Yeah.
Dude, the little teddy bear that's on the commercial, I'm like, dude, I feel you, man.
Yep.
I feel you.
I can use less.
Well, so that's the funny thing, right? So when I switched back after I got that one ply stuff, like I switched back, and my daughter, like, she goes to use the bathroom and she like pulls it out like, and like, I'm like, no.
You're for sure gonna plug the toilet up,
dude, because she was used to the single ply stuff by that point. So
also though, fuck Ultra Soft, because Ultra Soft is the worst.
Yeah, no, you gotta go with the Ultra Strong.
I don't want to wipe my butt with feathers.
Yeah, like you gotta feel it. Like you want to make sure you're
grip.
doing something. Yeah.
Oh my Lanta!
Oh, dude, my earphone just popped out.
You need to add some fiber into your diet there.
Dude, I had an old army buddy one time, and I was like, I wish I could make a meme out of this, because one time he came out of this shitter, and he's like, yeah, he's like, when my ass is clean on the first wipe, I know I'm making good life choices.
My son calls that a clean pincher. Look, Mom, do I got a clean pincher? I'm like, I don't need it. And he's like, bitch, I don't just use toilet paper. But no, there's nothing on the toilet paper. I clean pincher.
Look, Mom, it doesn't even stink.
No. But then when he's like walking out with his butt crack up in the air, a clean pincher.
I could totally see Zach doing that too.
Wow.
I had to yell at him because I'm like, stop, we're on a toilet paper shortage. He was lining the toilet with toilet paper in our own home and sitting on it because he said it was comfy.
Okay.
I'm like, I can't fight with you on that, but we're on a toilet paper shortage. Like, can we not?
It's warmer, it's softer.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's that premium.
But I'm with Jess though. During a toilet paper shortage, man, that's one of the things that has to go.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah. Anyways, so okay, toilet paper shortage.
So we talked about kink and fetishes. We talked about toilet paper and taking shits out in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Totally wasn't the rundown that I had. I like sent Nate, like we never like bullet point like stuff out, but it's like, hey, I'm gonna do this, bam, you know, wrap it up, and then totally we didn't.
Yeah, we stopped on Dangerously Strange. We stopped using lists after like the second episode.
Yeah. We generally don't because we kind of like always just roll with it. But that's what I like. That's one thing I liked about our podcast is I don't do any editing. It's because I don't know how to.
Fair.
So, you know, but then it's like I want people to hear the real rawness of us. And there's been times where it's like, you know, I could put my phone on like do not disturb, and then all of a sudden my phone rings and it stops the recording, and then we like, oh, ha ha ha, sorry, this, you know, and
right.
And it's because I really don't know how to edit.
Mm-hmm.
But I just like the realness of it, you know, and I want people to think they're sitting there and like, oh, there was a, you know, interruption. We all laugh because that's life. Interruptions happen.
Right.
And,
yeah.
And we totally get off on a little tangent, and it's, you know, why it's called Random Thoughts with Rae.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's the best part of it too, right? It's like, because it's not. I mean, there's been times when we like, okay, like, oh, like we want to talk about this specific thing, or like, you know, but. Yeah, as far as like having an outline and a script or whatever, it's like, okay, we'll wing it.
Yeah.
We can bullshit for an hour, easy.
Exactly.
And then we'll bullshit, and then we're BSing before, and we're like, we should have been recording this. It was like when me and him first connected before you got connected, I was like, oh, we should have been recording it. Like it was such a great intro because it's our intros really aren't planned either, but it was just great how it flowed because like, hey, how you doing? We hadn't seen each other or heard each other, and then like it was a great moment of like talking. I was like, damn, that would have been a good intro.
Yeah.
We're talking about you, like I think he flaked on us. I was like, but he just messaged me like 20 minutes ago, and then you like pop on, and I was like to me that's real raw.
Yeah, that would have been a cool thing to catch.
It would have. And then I even told him, I was like, this would have been great bloopers if I knew how to do bloopers.
The edits, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try and keep the editing pretty minimal on Dangerously Strange too, you know? Like, just, I cut out the beginning and the end, and then when we have our little breaks, you know, cut in there, and that's it.
I love your guys' intros. We're like, oh, are we recording? Yeah, we're recording. Well, I'm going to just cut this part. No, you're not cutting this part out. And that's like, I like that. I like your guys' intros like that because it's just really cool.
Thanks.
Like, oh, you guys I did listen to the podcast where you guys talked about Nike had the shoelaces that like lace up on their own.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I worked in shoes for the longest time, so I'm all about shoe talk. I love shoes.
You must have hated that episode, huh? Because we were talking out of our asses the whole time.
Yeah, and they're still on the fast forward it. Yeah, what the fuck? Fast forward it, and I was like, I'm over it.
Yeah.
But that wasn't my talk of shoes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were bullshitting.
Yeah.
So George, plug your podcast, man. How long have you guys been doing it for? How long have you guys been doing Dangerously Strange?
It's been about a year since we started. Actually, it was June, the beginning of June, so it's been a little over a year.
Okay.
And Dangerously Strange podcast, dangerouslystrange.com.
Own it.
Yeah, we're back at it. Corona has definitely taken us through some ups and downs.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
But we're back at it, and we actually released a new podcast, Mama and the Man-Child, which is my co-host and his wife are doing a show together.
Okay.
So that's on the network as well.
Nice.
We added, through some contact that Becky made, we added another podcast to our network that was already ongoing.
Okay.
And we were promoting them, and they were promoting us a little bit. Nothing, you know, we weren't doing any like production or anything for them, but we were just including them in our circle.
Yeah, like doing shout outs and stuff or whatever.
Exactly. But the guy, like the main guy of that podcast, got asked to like join some other network, like help start working at some other network doing I don't know what. So they're no longer with us.
Okay.
But it was kind of more of a hassle than it was worth.
Got it. So it's kind of like a blessing in disguise, right? It's kind of like, okay.
It was just stressing us out more than it was giving us anything to be doing that.
Yeah. So now I will be completely honest and upfront. Jess has told me about your podcast. I think I listened to one a while back, but I'm a shithead, dude. I'm so lazy. And she's like, you got to listen to their podcast. I'm like, I know, I keep meaning to, and I haven't. So do you guys have like
listen to ours?
Well, okay, not all of them, but it's like, there's some that I listened to, but then someone's like, I was there, you know, and I wasn't too drunk, so I can pretty well remember. But like, do you guys have a niche for your podcast, or is it like about a specific thing, or is it just kind of like friends talking? Like,
yeah, it's a lot like this, man. It's most of the time it's just me and Ben sitting down talking for an hour and a half, and then occasionally, more frequently, for a while we were having guests like every week or every other week. Nice. I really like the ones where it's just me and Ben talking, because we have such a good rapport already that the back and forth is great. To me, it's great.
Yeah.
Versus sometimes when you have a guest, you got to get to know the person, and depending on the vibe, you know, hit or miss.
Yeah, you never know, because it's like, oh man, we'll do a collab and we'll like have this person on, and then like you get them there and it's like, okay.
Right.
How come you didn't invite Ben to come on?
Ben works at he wakes up at 3:00 in the morning.
Okay, yeah.
To go to work, and 2 towns away or whatever.
Yeah.
And
I'll forgive it then.
So you got to catch him on a weekend. You got to catch him on a Friday night, Saturday night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
We'll have to do that. I would like to actually it'd be neat to do like an in-person one. Eventually when, whenever it's able to happen. But this is kind of neat because then we can just throw it up on YouTube and then also upload it to our actual little platform that we upload on to.
Yeah. Do you use Anchor?
I do use Anchor. I do. I'm still kind of, well, right when I was getting into the groove of it and like hitting it hard and building up our followers and doing all that stuff. And that's when the COVID stuff kind of hit and kind of threw us back. And I noticed by us slowing down, it's actually slowed our numbers down. So it's like, I need to get back into it. But, I know eventually once like school gets going for the kids and get into that rotation and some other things I'll get back into the
Hopefully we'll have like some kind of normal where it's not like flying by the seat of our pants every day,
We could build robots like Sheldon did on Third Rock or not Third Rock. Wow.
Big Bang. It's related. It's related. Big Bang, Third Rock. It's space. it's the universe. I feel you.
You almost said Third Rock from the Sun.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Which is a way better show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. John Lithgow. Oh, man.
Times better.
So you know how Sheldon from was like the robot and he still interacted with everybody, but he was a robot on wheels and a computer screen for his head.
I didn't see that one.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I was gonna say we'd be all like little robots in a room.
I avoid that show.
Oh, okay.
You avoid
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I call my son little Sheldon because in the show Sheldon has OCD. When he knocks on Penny's door, it's like Penny, Penny, Penny. He has to do it so many times, and that's my son. He's like, "Hey, mom, yes. Hey, mom, yes. Hey, mom, yes." And people think that's just a 5-year-old thing. No, my son actually is an OCD, and it drives me batshit crazy sometimes. I'm like, what? It's oh my gosh, and you don't know because you don't have a kid, but Nate told me
the joys of parenthood.
Oh, dude, yeah. Well, it's like the Stewie thing from Family Guy, right? It's like mom, mommy, mom, mama,
right?
mama, mommy, for like 5 minutes. You're like, what? Love you. And then it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, it was. I was thinking about this the other day. Like, there was a movie that came out. Actually, when my ex-wife and I were when we were pregnant with our first one, it's called What to Expect When You're Expecting.
Yeah.
If you get a chance to watch it, pass on that because it's terrible. But there's a scene in it where it's like there's like one dad and he's like, he's gonna be a dad and he's like, I don't know if I'm gonna love my kids. Like, what happens, And one of the dads says something like, to me it was like the truest thing in the world. He's like, I love my kids so much that my biggest fear is that I might eat them. And I'm like, I might eat my kids. I love them so much. And it's like, yeah, like that's like, there are times I'm just like, dude, I just want to, I'm like, obviously not a cannibal, but it's like, I love you, but then there's other times where it's like, I know I've texted Jess in the past. I'm like, hey, homicide is illegal, right? Like, I'm not allowed to because, dude, and any parent that tells you they've never wanted to murder their children is a fucking liar. Is a liar.
Yeah.
Even if it's for like 2 seconds, you're like, oh God, I could kill you right now, but I won't.
I have 2 pimples. I have a pimple here and here.
I was gonna ask you about that. They're huge.
I know. I tried.
No, I'm kidding. I wasn't gonna say it. I
can't see it
at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, George, were you kissing your lady goodnight? Is that what you walked over there with your laptop?
Oh no, she's not here.
Oh, I thought you were having her up there with you.
No, she was here yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Now, does she live down here? Does she live down here in Fresno?
Yeah, she lives in Fresno.
Cool.
Yep.
Nice.
She's in Fresno.
Yeah, I'm downtown.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm close to Clovis. Well, I'm in Clovis, close to downtown Clovis.
Downtown Clovis, yeah.
My little dance, my Clovis dance.
Yeah.
I'm not from there, so I can't tell you what part of town she lives in. There's a lot of trees.
Oh, okay. All right. What are What are the main cross streets?
You don't know.
You don't know?
She lives near where those roads where it's like grass in the middle are at.
Huntington Boulevard.
Got it. Okay. Yep. Okay.
Or
Yeah.
Kearney Park.
Yeah. Or yeah.
The world may never know.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Turns out I'm not trying to give my girlfriend's address out on the internet.
Yeah. No, I wasn't asking for that, right? Like totally. But like, I mean,
all the girls that are stalking you, they're like, oh.
Yeah.
Right?
No, but like, yeah, like I live near like Blackstone and Belmont, that area. But yeah. No, it's so funny because
No one
like,
needs to know where I live in.
the roads with the trees down the middle, and like everybody's like, wow, that's so vague. But I'm like, okay, that's one of two places. No, the general areas, cool, right on.
Yeah.
So
He doesn't know. He's just talking shit, trying to look like he's cool.
yeah, I am just trying to look.
I don't know if it shows I'm looking at you.
Yeah, it did. It is.
Yeah.
You were looking the right direction.
What are you doing down there? That's kind of cool.
It's like the Brady Bunch thing, right? It's like, oh,
Right.
It is Ray. Celebrate Ray. And look who jumped in. It's George. I can't sing and I can't rhyme, so that's the best I can do.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways.
I can sing.
No, I'm too tired right now.
I've done some karaoke. We need to do some fucking karaoke, man. I miss karaoke.
We can Zoom karaoke.
Yeah.
Oh, there's backgrounds on these things, guys. I'm so sorry.
I was trying to figure that out.
On Skype, I was able to do a background. I haven't messed with it on here yet.
Oh, you know what? I think.
Oh, that makes me look awful right now, looking that close.
Oh man. Okay, hold on. Oh, hey.
I could throw a little. That's about it.
Oi, Glaven.
Well, I'm actually.
Wait, hold
about
on.
to you guys.
Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can switch this while we're here. Hold on. Because now I'm like, okay, I want to see if I can do this.
We were podcasting, George, last week, and we were wrapped at the podcast. All of a sudden, he goes, "Oh, my kids are FaceTiming. Sorry, I have to go." And I was like, "Oh, he changed his background." Yes, when
Hey, dangerously strange.
Oh, look at that. I don't even know.
Oh, is that your logo? I'm trying to create my background right now.
No, you guys suck. Where did you guys go to do all that?
The little arrow next to where it says stop video,
Okay, look at
and then
that.
choose virtual background.
Okay, my face is gonna be all. Mine says none. Oh, this sucks, guys. It's not letting me have any.
Really?
I feel like I'm out of the loop. Ooh, I don't want to do the wrong thing. Ooh, no, open up my pictures. Let's not do that. All right.
Yeah, there should be like some automatic ones. But anyway,
Yeah. Anyways,
can you guess where I am, Jess? What's my
Star
background?
Wars somewhere. I don't fucking know.
Millennium Falcon.
Nice.
Anyways, I think I'm done with you guys.
All right, you gonna go to bed?
Poor George. He's like, you guys are retarded. Just it happens.
Yeah.
You know, I had fun.
You good? Yeah, it was a fun little thing.
Yeah, we need to do this again. This would be fun.
Next time we'll
For
pour
sure.
in our beers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hit me up.
we'll throw in Ben on there.
Right on.
All right.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, guys. Have
All right,
a
hey, it was nice meeting you, George.
Nice meeting you. I hit up dangerously-strange.com and check out the Dangerously Strange podcast anywhere that you get your podcast.
careful. It's
Everywhere where podcasts are sold, right?
Yep.
Awesome.
Have a good
All right, y'all. Thanks.
Bye.